Let's see what it's like to fly first class on Virgin Airways as a Barnsley lass who will likely never be able to do this again. Around a year ago, I did a first class round trip from London to New York thanks to some clever use of points by my sister. First up, let's talk about the first class lounge at London Heathrow. It's unreal. It's proper 50s style retrofuturism at its best, and I'm obsessed. Even the lift up to the lounge had a seat inside it. Inside here, you can order whatever food and drink you want, so we got some cocktails and snacks. It was all pretty great. Here's the necessary bathroom shot. I filmed so much inside this lounge because it's huge and gorgeous, and it even had an outside area. Time to board the flight. This is my seat on the way out. The configuration on the way back was entirely different, so make sure you stay to the end to see that. We got a goodie bag which includes some Ren skincare, which I then became obsessed with and now can't get any more because I closed down. So it's time for yet more food and drink. For starters, I had this prawn dish which was nice and fresh, and I had some pasta as the main course, and finally this sponge before later having some Northern Block ice cream. As far as I'm concerned, if you aren't trying to fit as much food and drink into these flights, then you are doing it wrong. There's a menu of stuff you can have whenever, so I also ordered these scones which were super sweet and delicious. Then bam, it's 3 days later and we're jumping on the journey back. Sadly, the lounge at JFK just isn't anywhere near as good as the one in London. It's a lot smaller and doesn't look as chic, but it has got its own style. The menu here was similar to the one in London, so we got more snacks before heading on the flight. Now, the configuration of the seats on this flight was so strange, as you're facing into the plane with the window behind you, so you're staring at other people. I think this is a slightly wild choice. However, you did have this sort of footstool built in, so you could have your feet up throughout the flight, even before you turned it into a bed. This is how I ate while watching my TV shows. However, also there wasn't as many food options on the way back as the way there, and they weren't quite as good. Start was pretty nice, but this burger was pretty disappointing. Just look at the size of that patty compared to the bread, and it was a little bit dry. The dessert was definitely the best part. Now, this was a night flight, so I changed my complimentary PJs while on my seat and changed for bed. I listened to some ASMR on one of the various ASMR channels I have, and actually got a really decent sleep. Obviously, I now want to fly no other way, so let's hope I somehow get enough money to be able to do this again.